Hi guys, it's Dr. Gandolfi here, back to give you some tips on how you can protect yourself during this crisis. I want to give you some key tips today on nutrition. I mean, really one specific key tip on nutrition. We've already talked about the importance of vitamin C and the importance of not taking ascorbic acid as vitamin C, that you need vitamin C complex. That's important. It's important that what quality you're taking, not just that you're taking something. We talked about how zinc stops the replication of viruses inside the cell. And today I want to talk about vitamin D and the importance of vitamin D in really almost all immune functions, both innate immune function. Remember, that's the part of our immune system that attacks viruses that we haven't been exposed to before, or bacteria, or any foreign substance. And the acquired immune system is the immune system that once we're exposed to a microorganism, our body can recognize it and go to work right away and destroy it before we get infected. So in this particular case, COVID-19, we know it's a new virus. We haven't been exposed to it as humans in the past. And so we rely on our innate immune system. So that's really important to discuss that. And so there's one key nutrient that is really important in developing the function, helping prevent infections, strengthening our immune system, etc. And that's vitamin D. We've mentioned vitamin D in the past. As being one of the key things that you should be taking. I want you to know why you should be taking it and what kind you should be taking in combination with what and where to get it. Well, that was a mouthful. And so let's take a look at vitamin D. Vitamin D has been around for a long time. We've known it's helped immune function for many years. There was back in the day before antibiotics, we knew, or the doctors were using vitamin D to treat tuberculosis. In fact, at one point they thought it was a cure for tuberculosis. So they know the impact of vitamin D and immune system. It's been around a long time. In addition to that, there was one long-term study that was done. I don't remember the reference, but there was a long-term study done where they looked at 19,000 people over the course of decades and found that those people who were deficient in vitamin C had an increased risk of infection, specifically respiratory infection. So we know that vitamin D plays a role. Specifically, some of the newer studies that are out there. There's a study in 2012 in the Journal of Leukocyte Biology. That was a mouthful also. But in the Journal of Leukocyte Biology in 2012, they found that if you take doses of vitamin D, it strengthens your immune system specifically against respiratory viral infections. That's super important because the COVID-19 virus has an affinity for our respiratory system. And so if you can do something proactively, if you can start taking supplements like what we've been talking about, vitamin C, D, zinc, to help protect you against this, this may end up being a mild infection versus a life-ending consequence. Other studies, there's lots of studies out there. You can go look them up and read them. British Medical Journal published, I think it was 2017, that vitamin D helps protect you against viral infections. There was a study in 2010 in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, again, that vitamin D doses helps reduce the risk of viral infections. So we see that, in the literature, there's numerous studies that talk about vitamin C and its role in our immune system, both in our innate immune system and in our adaptive immune system. There's also some interesting information out there about how vitamin D helps prevent cytokine overproduction, which could be really important for those people who've already tested positive, because if you read some of what's happening, the end here, they have this cytokine storm, and that's like one of the last things that happens before people are dying from this thing, and vitamin D can help regulate that process. So we see vitamin D being valuable in many aspects to this. So vitamin D needs to be an important part of your nutritional supplements, but now here's the twist. Vitamin D tends to work in concert with vitamin K. There's actually 3 different types of vitamin K, K1, 2, 3. K2 seems to be the most that's bioavailable. K3, you don't want it all, it's synthetic. K1 you can get from green leafy vegetables. And So anyway, there's different types of K. We want to look at K2 or K1. K2 is nice because it's the most readily absorbable. And so they work together. They're needed together. They work synergistically together. So again, they find that people are responding better as far as their immune function when it's not just vitamin D, but it's also vitamin D and K2 together. So where do you find this? And I've been talking about all these different nutritional things, like, okay, I want you to take vitamin C and D and zinc and selenium and vitamin A and echinacea and olive leaf extract and elderberry, and so it becomes overwhelming, all these different things. And in fact, what I used to do is I had all these nutritional bottles. I mean, I've got my lineup in my office of all these things that I take to help boost the immune system. And so, as you know, we've been talking with the owner of Optimal Health Systems, the nutrition company that I recommend. And we've been talking with Doug Grant about this process for over the last few weeks. And he's put together a formula that contains 150 different immune-boosting nutritional substances in very high doses. It's the Immune Booster Kit that I think every American should be on. I know a lot of my patients are already ordering it and have bought it. And again, where do you get it? Well, I'll leave a link on our site here, not on our site, but in the notes above the video. There'll be a link to where to go to order that. And if you just put my name where it says doctor, you'll get a 30% discount. And so, the beautiful thing about it is if you add up all the bottles that I have in my office that I've been taking for quite some time, you could spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I mean, the cost of his immune boosting kit is about 1/10 of what you would spend if you buy all these little separate things, and it has all those things in it already for you. That's nice. And you don't get it through me. I'm not carrying this kit, this immune boosting kit. You go directly to the company and order it from them. I'm trying to educate my patients and our community about what you can be doing proactively to help your immune system so you don't come down with this thing. You can reduce your risk, strengthen your immune system, help your body fight this if you do become exposed to it. These are the things that you should be doing now. So I hope you've enjoyed this tip. I'll see you next time.